Good afternoon and welcome again to another segment on Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over the world. Arsenal in news. I almost forgot my lines then. It's been a busy day. As you can see, the weather outside is not too great either. But this segment is going to include just a couple of bits of news. And the first bit of news is it comes out from the Metro Online. And I'm going to talk about this guy, his imminent appointment at Arsenal. And it is Edu. The missing puzzle to, how can I say it? The missing link, if you could have it that way. And apparently Edu, just reading here, we know that his arrival is imminent, very, very imminent. And apparently Brazil have wavered some compensation because they were looking for some money for Edu when he comes over to Arsenal. So, excuse me, sorry about that. So apparently, the Brazilian Football Federation were looking for in excess of £6 million in compensation for the fee for Edu to leave his role and come over to Arsenal. And again, I think I've spoken about Edu before, and we know that he's going to be coming to Arsenal once his time has expired with the Brazilian national team. And we know Brazil are actually in the Copa America. And either way, whether they are eliminated or they actually make it to the end, i.e. they win the final or make it to the final, he'll be coming to us either way but lose. And I spoke about the link with all those players, who have been quite successful at Arsenal. You've got your Tony Adams, your Mike Keown, Sol Campbell, Thierry Henry, it goes on and on and on. And I spoke about David Seaman, apparently when he spoke about his time after he retired from football, he was waiting for the call from Arsenal, at least Arsene Wenger, and the call didn't come. And we know that Freddie Ljungberg is going to be taking up his role instead of Steve Bold. And I'm very, very excited. So once we get Edu there as well, it's going to be more ammunition upon of Arsenal, the Gunners. But yeah, I can't wait for Edu to take up the role, as technical director. Again, the missing link there, or the missing puzzle to the bigger picture there. So so the story is apparently Brazil are going to waiver the compensation fee of £6 million once Edu, has his time done and dusted with the Brazilian national team, and he comes over to Arsenal. So that's one bit of news. The other bit of news, incredibly enough, it's 1 year today that Bern Leno signed for Arsenal. The time has gone so very quick. A year today. Came from Bayern Laverkusen, was signed for I think £22 million, and I think he didn't have the best of reputations in his time over there in Germany, because a lot of people are saying that he had some mistakes in him. Listen, all players have mistakes in them. There are no perfect players out there. Even your Messis and your Ronaldos, they make mistakes as well. But Bern Leno, congratulations, his first season. A year today since he signed for Arsenal from Bayern Laverkusen. Absolutely fantastic. I couldn't believe it. A year. Yes, it's a year he came from Bayern Leverkusen. I repeat it again. But so congratulations to him. He is now Arsenal's number one. And I just want to see if there's anything in the chat. Let's see. I've got Richard again from Arsenal TV. Good evening. Evening, Richard. How are you? I hope you... actually, thank you for coming on the live stream yesterday. And I think Elaine had a message for you. I think maybe you might have logged off, but she left a message for you in the chat. So any questions, anything you guys want to talk about before I wrap up this segment of Arsenal news? And Don't forget to tune in around 7 o'clock, 7:30, for the Voice of Reason. My brother Raz is doing his segment, and he's not happy. He's not a happy bunny, but you've got to tune in to see what he's going to be talking about. But you've been warned. Raz doing the Voice of Reason at around 7:30 today. So set your notification buttons to on. It's going to be a hot Voice of Reason. Okay, any comments in this segment of Arsenal News? If not, I'll just log off. And I want to say thank you to you guys for tuning in so far. Any questions? Okay, and Richard's come up with, my favourite moment so far of Leno is the double save he made against Spurs. And I think he has been one of our best players this season. I have to echo that. The double save he did there. I don't know how he did it. Just sticking out his arm, thinking, wow, how the hell did he do that? Really incredible. Really, really incredible. But, apart from Bert Leno, of course, Herrera, he's been a good sign for Arsenal. I'm not even going to get to the bits and pieces about what I've been seeing in the news there, but I'm not even going to get into the details. Maybe Raz will get into it, but Herrera, he's one of ours, and he's going to stay with us as well. But yeah, Bern Leno, probably one of the best signings of the last season, could be. And we've always said as well that we needed a goalkeeper who could play with his feet. Gives the back four confidence, even though our defense is not the best defense out there. But yeah, I've got to agree with you, Richard. Leno is probably one of our best players last season. Now, guys, as well, let me just remind you, if you're new to the channel, Cannon Fodder TV, where we give you the latest and greatest. The latest, because there's no breaking news really on Cannon Fodder TV. If you like what you see and what you hear, make sure you subscribe, hit the button, and as well as the notification button, and as well as the options. You get no notifications, some notifications, or all notifications. So depending how you're feeling, press the all notification buttons. All right, so Josie has just come into the chat. Evening, Josie, I hope you're well. Yeah, we've just been talking about Edu and Brazil. And apparently Brazil have waived their compensation fee of £6 million. So, Arsenal won't have to pay a penny for Edu's services. And I think it'd be good to see one of the Invincibles at Arsenal. Of course, we've got Freddie Ljungberg as well, who's got the promotion. So, yeah, so far so good. Again, I'm not doing any transfer news. I'm sure my brother has got something to say about that. And of course, Bern Leno, a year today when he signed for Arsenal, £22.3 million coming from Bayern Laverkusen. And according to Richard and maybe myself, he was one of our best signings last year. The season has gone so very, very quick. Right, so if there are no questions or anything, I'm going to wrap it up. Just come with a last comment. He says, well, Arsenal will love a free deal when it comes to not having to spend a penny. Oh dear. Listen, I've got no qualms with Arsenal looking for a freebie, but at least make sure the freebie comes with some good quality behind it. Just don't go for just anything. Look for a freebie that has some quality about it. Why can't we bring in someone of the Invincibles to coach the defense, the likes of Tony Adams? I think probably Tony Adams is probably given up on coming up at Arsenal. I think he's probably given up. I think he's tried so many times, only just to be turned down. But you're right. I would love Tony Adams to be one of the on the coaching staff. But remember, just because these guys were good defenders in their day, those skill sets doesn't transfer automatically if you're teaching or educating or supporting or coaching people to do the job that you were successful at. It doesn't necessarily work that way. But I would love to see Tony Adams there, and maybe a Martin Keown, maybe a Lee Dixon as well, just to get in there and just shake up the defense, man. Shake them up and show them the real art of defending. Because we're just so lacking. We're lacking that sense of awareness, the communication, the leadership. Yeah, everything that Tony Adams was that we don't have in the current squad. But yeah, Richard, you're absolutely right. I would love to see Tony Adams there. Okay, guys, if there's nothing else, I'm gonna wrap it up. But before I do, I'm gonna say, like I always say, thank you to everyone who came into the chat, who just passed by and was just like viewing this segment, Arsenal News. And as I always say, without any subscribers, viewers, even the Twitter followers, there can never, ever be a Cannon Fodder TV. You've been watching Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over the world. Don't forget the Voice of Reason at 7:30. Breaking news.